Good afternoon. Could I have you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm in the penalty of law that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Could you please tell us your full name and spell your first, middle, and last names?
Ashley Veronica Moser, ASHLEYVERONICAMOSER.
Mr. Brockler, you may proceed with your direct examination.
Thank you. And ma'am, you're a bit soft-spoken to the extent that you can. Thank you so
Okay.
much for doing that.
Yeah.
Would you tell us what you do for a living these days?
I'm not working right now. I was in school, but I took this semester off. So
Are you going to be going back to school?
yeah, I go back in the fall.
Okay. What are you studying?
Now I'm studying social work.
Okay. I want to ask you about July the 19th and 20th of 2012. Can you tell us if you went and saw a movie that night at the Century 16 Theater?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to ask you to tell us who you were with, and then we're going to backtrack a little bit and talk about how you got there, okay?
Okay.
Tell us who was with you at the movie that night.
Jameson, Toes, which was my boyfriend at the time, Veronica, my daughter, Kaylin, Jameson's cousin, and Haley, her friend.
All right. How old were you back then?
25.
How old was Veronica?
6.5.
Was Veronica your only child?
Yes.
The other two girls that you named, how are they related to you, or how did they come to be there with you? And let me back up then. Earlier that day, what had brought Veronica together with Haley and Kaylin?
Well, I needed somebody to babysit Veronica for my ultrasound earlier that day.
Why did you need an ultrasound?
Because I had just recently found out that I was pregnant. So we were going for ultrasound, and there was no kids allowed back there. So we dropped Veronica off at Kaylin's so that she could babysit.
Did you go to the appointment?
Yes.
Did you get good news?
Yes, I did.
And did you come back to be with Veronica and Kaylin and Haley?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you share that news with them?
Yes.
What ensued? What happened as a result?
I'm sorry.
What did you do after you shared the good news with them? Was it, did you take steps to celebrate?
Yeah. We had stopped at Papa Murphy's to grab a pizza, came back and ate pizza, and we had thought about going into the movies that night, and Kaylin had mentioned that the Batman premiere was that evening, so we decided to go ahead and see that movie.
Was the mood pretty light and excited?
Yeah.
That's late to go see a movie with a little one.
Yeah.
Did you know what kind of movie it was when you talked about it and agreed to it?
No, I did not. Sorry.
Hey.
No, I didn't. I thought when Kaylin had said the new Batman movie, I don't know, I remember the Batman movies when I was younger, and I just had assumed that it was going to be like a family movie.
Not as dark
Not
and
as
graphic.
dark as and graphic as I thought it was.
Nonetheless, did you guys go a little early
We did, yes.
to get seats?
Yes.
What time do you think you got there?
Probably like 10:15, 10:30.
And who saved seats?
I did.
And when you saved seats, where did everybody else go?
To the arcade.
Or may I approach the witness with what has been previously marked as People's Exhibit 1146?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Ma'am, I'm handing you what has been marked as People's Exhibit 1146. Can you recognize what that is?
Yes.
Tell us what it is.
The design of the theater.
The theater that you saw the Batman movie in that night?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Does it have indications where you and everyone were sitting?
Yes.
And does that still remind you of where everyone sat from way back when?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And is that a fair and accurate copy or a fair and accurate representation of what took place that night, at least in the limited fashion that's on there?
Yeah.
What I'd like to do, Your Honor, if I could, is to describe the action. I'd like to have Ms. Moser come up to the exhibit if I could.
Okay.